बच्चों, कैसे हो आप सभी बच्चों। तो आज हम आपको बताएंगे इंग्लिश हाइलाइट्स। तो क्लास 7 की इंग्लिश पढ़ाने जा रहे हैं, चैप्टर 1 ग्रोइंग अप इन 5 मिनट्स। तो बच्चों पढ़ाना स्टार्ट करते हैं। चैप्टर 1 ग्रोइंग अप इन 5 मिनट्स। Dressed in my work's bunny raincoat, I marched out into the storms and became a man. It was the rawest thing that could happen to a pampered 10 years old. 8 o'clock in the evening, storm raging outside, homework still undone, home all alone except for the maid who was working in the kitchen. From time to time, I would hear the roar of the tricycle's engine and rush to the front door of our house in Quezon City, Philippines, hoping to see my mother arriving home. But it was always someone else, mom or dad. I like to think of myself as a grown man, but anxiety was eating away my boldness. The storms grew stronger, the light went off, the clock struck night. I began to cry. Then the phone rang. I wiped my tears, swallowed my sobs and answered. It was my mom. Hello, Carlos, she began. I'm still. Where are you? I interrupted, fully aware that my agitation was unbecoming for a grown-up. I am here in Glory Supermarket with your brother. I knew that the Glory Supermarket was only 5 minutes from my house. What time will you be home? I asked. Unless we get a ride. You shouldn't escape us anytime soon. Why don't you take a tricycle home? The tricycle driver won't accept any passengers here. Walk through the floor. I don't think so that it was I work. I braced myself. Get your raincoat, hail tricycles and fetch us here, she said. Stunned, I could not utter a word. My mother continued. Carlos, is that okay with you? Was that okay with me? Was she kidding? It was raining hard, it was dark, and the thunders roared every minute. Not that I was scared, but I was only 10. Who knew what dangers awaited me out there in the dark? Sure, no problems, I replied. Great, brings an umbrella. You might get wet. I put the phone down. I couldn't believe I had said yes. I wanted to call back to say I couldn't do it, but then I stopped. Do grown men shrink away from challenges? No. And I was a grown man. Right then I resolved to face the extraordinary challenge that lay before me, to commute to a department store 5 minutes from house. I put on my yellow works bunny raincoat and stepped out of the house. The chilly wind hit me in the face and the rain propped it on me. Lightning streaked across the sky and thunder boomed. I was scared. I hadn't taken public transportations before and I didn't know what to do. I recalled newspapers articles about kidnappers who disguised themselves as tricycle drivers. I started to walk back to our house when a tricycle pulled over beside me. Boy, do you need a ride? The driver asked. I hesitated. The driver wore a transparent raincoat, tan sizes too big, and I had a mustache. I remembered all those action films where the bad guys spotted a mustache, making it easier for the audience to distinguish them from the good guys. I wanted to say no, but I knew I might not get another ride if I turned this one way away. Are you getting in or what? The drivers asked. The tricycle's engine hummed impatiently. Yes, to Glory Supermarket, I said finally. As we pulled away, I became frantic with worry. What if the driver was a kidnapper? What if he charged me too much? What if he decided to drop me off and I couldn't find my mother or my way back home? Overwhelmed, I began to pray. It didn't stop me from tremblings, but it didn't ease me fears. The minute flew by, we reached Glory Supermarket. My mother, who was standing just outside the main entrance, saw me. She took my brother Paolo, who was 9, by her left hand and carried their umbrella with her right. They walked towards me. Wow, you are really a big boy now. Taking public transportations and all, my mother said with a smile. I would have preferred grown man to big boy, but still I glowed with pride. We all got in. I took the seat behind the driver, as all grown men do. Paolo turned to me. Brother, you were really brave today, he said. I smiled casually. It was nothing. Someday you'll do this too. He looked at me as if I was God. As the tricycle roared through the flooded street of our neighborhood. Past the story, the house, and the pupils, I felt great. I had faced my fears and delivered. I have a brother who admired me, a mother who touched me, and a memory of a little adventures for keeps. I had everything and I felt invincible. Were you scared? She asked me. Scared? Me? I replied indignantly. It was only a 5-minute ride. I looked at her. She was beaming. I had become a man. So, children, the story is finished. I know that you all know all the story. Watch when the story of this is story of growing up in 5 minutes, which is written by Carlo Timbol. It is a real story. So the students, I know that you know all this story. So we are doing some practice time. So we go. Student, if you like this video, so like this video and subscribe for more videos. Okay. Thank you. Bye.